morning, everybody. My name's Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. You would think from looking at my outfit that this is going to be a very warm day, that this is a day that would be needing a sundress. No, this is a day that is minus 27 outside, very blustery, and the feel-like temperature is minus 35. I think the temperature in my apartment is, close to boiling point. It is so hot in here. We do not have any heat on. They have the heat in the halls, very hot. And some of the people in here are older, of course, we're all older, but they don't have internal temperatures the way I do, I guess. And everybody has their heat on, and it just permeates through the building. And we're told that we're not supposed to open our windows in this kind of cold because the pipes on the outside of the building freeze. So we are in here at minus 35 outside, minus 27 with wind chill. We're in here with fans blowing and thinking, geez, I wish we hadn't taken our air conditioner out. It's the most ridiculous situation. But anyway, I can dress in a sundress because I'm not going outside. If I had to go outside, then I would have to bundle up. But I'm not going outside today. We're going to do a day in the life today. And it's going to be kind of boring probably for everybody. But I don't have a whole lot of things on my plans. We're planning on having homemade hamburgers for supper. And what else are we planning? We're going to do laundry. Claudine's going to have a visit in the afternoon because she's also having a day where she says she's not going to do much other than come and visit. And when she may change her mind when she sees how cold it is today because she was out in the cold yesterday, so I don't know for sure. And I started my what's that?
We're going to play a game of Yahtzee.
We're playing a game of Yahtzee. Yes, we are. And I started my day just in fine fashion. Bill was very nice, and he went and made me a lovely cup of coffee. And I proceeded to stand up from my chair, hit the table that it was on, and spread it everywhere. So I started my day off wiping coffee up. I hope that is not the way of the future today. So other than that, there must be other things that we're planning on doing, but I don't think there's going to be too much. But whatever we get up to, we'll let you know. And I'll tell you when I win the Yahtzee game. All right, see you later. Ready and back. Haven't been doing a whole lot, but I thought I'd show you what I was doing. The last 2 days, I have been making yogurt in my Instant Pot. So the first batch that I made was for Claudine, for the dog. So it was plain with no sugar. And just show you what it's like. She's got 2 big containers of this yogurt she gives to her dog. And it's nice and thick. She actually thins it down for the dog. Then Cal, Ashley, and Finn, they love yogurt. Finn especially loves yogurt. So this is the pot for them. I'm going to just put a spoon in it so you can see how thick this is. Now what I did was I made this one vanilla, and then they can add their own fruit to it, okay? But look, do you see how that just stays like that? That is the most delicious yogurt that you could imagine. So delicious. All right. I'm going to put this back in the fridge. All right. There we go. So I've done that. What else have I done? Let's bring you over while I sit down. I have been making up a menu plan for the next 2 weeks so that I can get my groceries shopped correctly. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to someday show you how I do a menu plan, but it won't be today, but I'll just show you what I've done. I have a pad. It's like this, week at a glance. And then it's got a slot for all the days of the week, and then it's got a notes section for the next week. So if there's something coming up, so when I know what I'm making for the Make It Monday or whatever, I can put it on here so then I don't go to make something and go, oh, I don't have that ingredient. So it works out pretty good for me that way. I don't have to stick to what I have each day. Like I can mix and match, or some days just say, oh, I don't feel like doing it at all. And we'll have something takeaway that day. Not today. Bill, in case he's looking at me. All right. Okay, I'm going to let you go for now, and I'll tell you when I get something else. Oh, we've done half the laundry. We've got, Bill went down to the washer and dryer and has washed everything, brought the stuff that I hang back to me, and I've got it hung up. He's got the rest of the loads in the dryer, and I'll wait for them. Then I'll put them away. All right. See you later. Hi again, everybody. Thought I'd just show you a couple things. Right here is what Bill's going to have for dinner. I'm just thawing it out. We've got 2 nice big homemade patties of hamburger on a bun. He'll probably only want one of those, and if he wants one, then he can have one another day. I'm going to be making the avocado cheddar ranch. I have some extra bean sprouts that I'm going to add to it. And then I wanted to show you the yogurt. Now, I showed you the plain yogurt for Claudine's dog. And this one's for Cal, Ashley, and Finn. They love yogurt. So this one I made, sweetened it. This one, it's not as sweet as I would like, but they usually prefer less sweet. But I will add more if they want more next time. But it is made with frozen peaches that I blended up and added apricot jam. So it's peach, apricot, and vanilla. And I got 1 container that size and 6 containers this size. So that was quite a bit for them out of the one batch. So, and they know then what exactly it's made from. So that's the perfect part of that. And I thought I'd give you a little update on my dad. They have said to us that they do not believe that he's going to be able to come home. They think that he's too bedbound for one person at home to look after him. So Gary goes into the hospital. He's doing everything for him at the hospital. The nurses appreciate that because they're very overworked. But he's not in a hospital. He's in a rehab center right now. They have told us that they'll do their very best to keep him there and not send him to an interim place while we try to find long-term care for him. So they are going to help us with that, to find a long-term care facility that we can take him to. Gary is very upset about it, which we all are, but Gary is very upset. So if you would all keep Gary in your thoughts, I would appreciate that. And we really know that Dad would be much happier if he could just let go and go be with Mom. We know that. But, you try to preserve your life as long as you can. So if he wants to keep fighting, we will be there to support that. And if he wants to just say, okay, I want to go see Francis, we will support that. So anyway, just thought I'd give you that update, and I'll check back in with you just before I get ready to serve supper. Well, now that my heart has been jump-started, I'll tell you what happened. We were in here just minding our own business, and the fire alarm went for the whole building. That means the elevators don't work. That means you have to go down the stairs. So luckily, there was enough people here that were having troubles without using the elevator, that Bill said he would go downstairs and find out if it was true that we had to all evacuate, or whether it was just a false alarm. Turned out it was a false alarm. Well, it wasn't really a false alarm. There was no fire, so we did not have to go outside. Good thing, it's minus 27 and there's wind. We'd have froze to death. But anyway, they're trying to fix the heat on the 2nd and 3rd floors, and we're on the 2nd floor. I told you earlier today that, how hot it was in here. I did not realize that they were having a problem with their heat. But we just checked. In my suite, with all the fans blowing, we're up at 30 above Celsius. Like, that is ridiculous. It's minus 27 outside, and we are plus 30 in this apartment with no heat on. We have no heat on, and we have fans blowing. Insane, I tell you. But anyway, I'm not going to keep on much longer. I do want to tell you a really good little story. Thinking of Dad all day today, of course, because, it wasn't good news for us to hear that he wouldn't be getting home. So, of course, he's on my mind all the time, but he was really on my mind today. And so I was thinking about a holiday that Dad and I took. He left Mom at home. I left Bill and the kids at home, and just Dad and I went. And he said he wanted to go back to where he lived when he was a young boy. He wanted to go back to Melita and Cardiff and Brandon. So that's what we did. We kind of did that little area in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. And when we went to Brandon, which is where I really remembered them from, because my grandparents lived in Brandon, so we did lots of visiting there. And when we went to Brandon, Dad was taking me and he said, I'm going to show you all the things that are very special to me. So he showed me where the first office he worked in, and he showed me where Mutter Brothers was when he, had his first job, and he showed me all the fun things, and then he said, let's go through the church. That's where I met your mom. Let's go through the church, because he knew that the church would be open. So we went in, and he was laughing because as he was touring through, there's this one room in the basement, which is like a kitchen room, and it was painted a hideous purple. And he said, I can't believe it's still purple. He says, their youth group, when they were at high school or in the church youth group, they had painted it purple, and they have kept it purple since, which was, my dad's 86, so they have kept it purple for a very long time, 70 years. Anyway, we went out of the church and we were standing, and he said, now this spot right here, it was out in front of the church. He said, this is a very, very important spot in Brandon. And I looked around, I said, Dad, it's a sidewalk. It's like, what's so important about it? And I will never forget it. He looked and he got a real smile on his face, and he said, this is where I first kissed your mother. And I thought, to remember that those many years later, and I love the fact that I got to spend that time with Dad, just us. It was really wonderful, and I really miss going and visiting with him now. But it is what it is, and I can't do anything about it. So I do try to talk to him every day on the phone, but he's getting it harder to be able to talk to me because he doesn't hear very well, and he can't see to hold the phone. And, it's just a sad sort of statement. But anyway, I keep my brother in my thoughts, and I keep my dad in my heart. Well, my brother's in my heart too. I shouldn't have said it like that. That was a terrible way to say it. They're all in my heart. But anyway, I'm really worried for Gary because he is so close and does everything for Dad. Anyway, thank you all for thinking about us, and we will see you all tomorrow.